What's up, guys? Kevin Rogers with On Point Pro Styles, window tinting in Gainesville, Georgia. I have from High Tech Films Ceramic Pro Black as well in 20%, as well as the new Plus, which is the dye technology, and the Ceramic Ultra. So I'm going to compare them side by side, just kind of show you how they shrink, their color, and then we're going to use a heat box with a BTU meter and some slides with each film on it, and we'll look at the BTU meter numbers and see how they change based on from the lower end Pro to the Plus to the Ultra and see the difference. We'll take a look at the color and the shrink and all that good stuff. So I've got my trusty dusty Nissan Altima in here. I'm gonna get the back window set up and ready. We'll get to shrinking. We'll get this thing started. All right, guys, quick recap. This is the Ceramic Pro 20% in black. This video is not really much more than showing you how well it shrinks, its color, how crispy and nice it feels, not rubbery. And then again, we're gonna do some heat tests with the BTU meter. So let me get started with this thing. Heat gun on high as always. By the way, we're dry shrinking with Snuggles dryer sheet. Make a couple of general passes. Normally I'll shrink about 2 lines and I'll push it out, but just kind of want to let this flow so you can kind of get an idea of just how well it lays down. We're getting up into this tight corner, so I'm going to pop this side up, kind of let that flow and loosen up. We'll go ahead and take it all the way to the edge. Well, that laid out really well. We're going to push out our tension lines, smooth it out. Still got a little bit more right here to shrink. Take care of that real quick. All right, very nice, very nice. Let's go to the bottom. Do the same sort of thing. Just take a couple of general passes. And this time we'll stop a little short. Drive it down. We'll pick the side up, try and release that side tension. Got us a nice horizontal line going. A couple more passes. Organize it down. Looks like, as you can see, it's shrinking very well. This is one of my favorite films. I carry a lot of the Pro in stock. I sell a lot of Pro. It's been my go-to for a very, very long time. Start to push this out. I'm gonna polish up the edge. Very, very nice. All right, let me get to that other side and we'll finish it up. I got a bit of a long reach, so all this right here is shrunk. Some modest passes. We're gonna do the same thing and release the tension on this side. This upper corner on this car, for some reason, is always a weird corner. I train with this car, and it tends to get people. It's got to finesse it. Top of the glass is right here, so it's not too terrible. Just got to kind of finesse it, watch it. Push our tension lines out nice and even. Go underneath a little bit where it starts to get a little tight. And stop playing around. Get this bottom section done. Same thing, I got a bit of a long reach. All this is shrunk. So as you can tell, this stuff is just flowing like we want it to. You want a film that's going to react to your heat fairly quickly, but not so fast that you can't control it. And that's what this film does. It's one of the reasons why I really, really enjoy working with this film. Is you have time to work with it. Tricky corners, you get to a certain point and just warm up the edge. Take good care of them. We'll polish this off. We're shrunk past the point. We're done. So, excellent shrinking film. I'm going to get this piece pulled off. We're going to go next to the Plus, the dye technology. We'll do some shrinking on it. I have not shrunk the dye technology yet, so pretty excited to try that one out. So let me get that one on here, and we'll get back to it. Okay, so recap on this one. This is the Ceramic Plus 20%. Dyed technology. Again, crispy, not a rubbery film. I'm not going to go crazy and polish off edges and all. We're just going to see how well this moves along, which I gotta say is cruising. I'm not going to say any faster than the Pro, but it is certainly impressively fast. have to go back and look at the video and see if this was crushing out like the Pro, if we were to try to pick a winner. But that was plenty good for me. That's shrunk. Same old $27 Wagner heat guns, so nothing special there. No Steinels or Milwaukees or quarter cables, so on and so forth. And I gotta say, that film is cruising. Who knows, might be a little bit faster than Pro. That, or I just got warmed up, I don't know. I like it. I like it. Shrinking very well, performing so far excellently, as any good tinter would want a good film to perform. And we'll start pushing these out. I don't want any tension lines that are too tight. Kind of push that down a little bit too far. Oh yeah, forget about it. Okay, let's get to the other side. I don't know if you can see that wave as it just cruises on down. What it is about this car, these two corners seem to shrink just a little bit different than the other side. But fear not. This is why you like to organize as you go. It can get a little sticky, and then you can have problems pushing out little tighter areas, which can get annoying. Taking good heat. Started a curl there, but there we go. That moved right along. I like it. It feels good. Color's great. Very rich. It's crispy. I like that. I like that. So that's the Plus dyed. I think shrinks a little different than the carbon technology, most likely because of the carbon that's in the other film. I really like this one. So let's see. We'll go with the Ultra next and see how well it does. All right, last but certainly not least, the Ultra in 20%. It feels crispy, nice and thick. That's cool. I believe it's a 2mm film. I'll verify that, but I'm pretty positive this is a 2mm film. So this was a highly anticipated film for quite some time, and I'm told, wait till you try it. And I can already see why. I know it might be a little bit difficult in the video to see, but this film is cruising. This is what we call the butter shrink. Just smooth like glass, lays right on down. This is my first time trying this since it finally came in stock, and I am already loving it. I like a film that likes to move. I like to move. And when I want to get a car done, I want to get a car done. And a lot of that can be in the shrink itself, and obviously other things too. But for me, I want to get all the shrinking done so I can just install it and make it look good. And this, just look at that. I don't know, unless my mind is playing tricks on me, I'm saying that film's moving. Look at that. What a nice film. This being, I guess, considered a super ceramic is one that you really don't want to push down right away. You actually want to shrink it some and let it rest before you just go pushing it out, from what I understand. All right, we'll get a good view of it here. When you've been doing this, I've been doing this 22 years. When you've been doing this long enough, if it only took me, even if it was only 15 seconds less time for a whole glass, you tend to notice that. Is it the biggest deal in the world? No, and I don't make it a huge deal. But boy, oh boy, when you can have a film just drop like this, That's impressive. That's impressive. Even this tougher corner. Look at that. I call it a tougher corner. It's just got a different curve to it than it does the other side. This is what we think would be a crease. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It's just unshrunk film. Wow. That's a good, crispy, thick 2mm butter shrinking film. I think the other ones shrink like butter as well, just not as a smooth a butter as this one. And we're back. Let's look at some numbers. So got a 250 watt standard IR ball, infrared ball, and a heat lamp or a heat box. We got a BTU meter sitting in front of it. I've got this sort of fixed to the table, and this is going to be fixed because obviously distance. The further this is away, the less heat it can feel. So we've got it at an equal distance, so we get an equal measurement throughout. So we've got clear glass as if your window's rolled up. Pro 20, the ceramic plus dye technology 20%, Ultra and 20%, ceramic Ultra. Let's take a look at the colors real quick. That Pro in black, outstanding. Very nice, excellent color. Love that film. This one is pretty similar, sort of side by side. So good color on both. And gotta say, Ultra, no pun intended, but is ultra like black. So very cool, excellent color. Let's take a look. So this is if you, let's say window rolled down, right? So let's turn it on. 310, 311, looks like it's settling at 311. We'll put the clear glass in. So obviously it's going to drop because glass itself is a thermal barrier. So it's actually absorbing heat into the glass and not making it to the meter. 218 is where that settles. Let's take that one out. Let's get our Pro 20 in here. Huge drop. Looks like we're settling at 46. I'm not going to use the decimals, even though they do matter in percentages. We're just looking at the numbers. So let's pull Pro out. Let's get the dyed technology ceramic plus. Oh my. Looks like it's settling at 25. Excellent. And the Ultra 20%. Good Lord. What a difference. I'd say 10's close enough. So no glass, 311 BTUs off the bulb itself. With the glass, 218. So about a 30% drop. I'm not calculating this, but 218 with the Pro down to 46. That's a 70-something%, high 70s% drop. You guys can do the math on this. And then from 46 down to 25. 218 down to 25. That's a 80-something% drop. Close to probably 90. And then 218 down to 10. That's boasting about 95% as far as the numbers are concerned. So, wow, what performance. So that's pretty much it. I would say that was pretty fun to do. Like I said, I've been using the Pro for a long time. I've used the Plus and the carbon technology. The dye technology to me shrinks better, even feels a little bit better. Again, the regular Plus carbon technology is still a great film. I think the carbon in it is what just changes it just a tiny bit. For your average user, may not even notice. But that Ultra, I gotta tell you, that is some butter shrinking film. I like it. I'm probably going to start slowly integrating that into my lineup. We'll see, but I would really enjoy working with that film. So guys, that's it for this one. Look at the numbers. The numbers don't lie. The Ultra, huge win. No wonder why it's a super ceramic. So check them out. If you're not already using hightechfilms.com, go to hightechfilms.com/register. Register to be a dealer. And check out the prices, all the cool tools they've got. Contact them if needed. They're happy to help. Contact me if needed. Plotters and plotter software, plotterdepot.com. We've got everything you need from budget machines up to high-end machines such as Graftex and Omakis. And then last, TintDepot.com. If you're looking to just buy some film, buy some great tools. Great film, by the way, and great tools. Head on over to TintDepot.com, fill your card up, and checkout's easy. Again, if you need anything from any of the three of them, they're available all the time. They're on all the socials for the most part. You can find them. And I'm available as well. So if you need anything from me, holler at me. Kevin Rogers, On Point Pro Styles, Window Tinting in Gainesville, Georgia. See you on the next one.